welcome to Mindful Reality TV from a mental health perspective. So here we are on a Sunday. I just finished my run. My run was 6 kilometers today. I think that a translation to miles is something like 3.7, something around there, between 3.6 and 3.7. So I'm still building up. I'm building up my endurance, and I'm still working on my run program. So we're getting there, little by little. I felt motivated today, and I felt good for the first 2K, 3K. My legs, though, were pretty heavy because yesterday was leg day. So the combination of leg day, meaning, leg workouts, strength exercises with legs, and then running the following day, tough. Tomorrow is a day off for the running, and I'm just going to be doing strength training. But this is day 5. So, hi, Ma. So this is day 5. So this is something that I was going to talk about. I was actually going to make the whole live about that, but I thought to myself, let's just combine the topics. The Big Brother speculation game / rumor mill is a big thing every year. But the thing is, in years that I'm able to actually view a good chunk of what's happening on the feeds, hi Cass, I feel like I can weed out who I'm talking to, and I just know who to ignore. Because honestly, when it comes to the Big Brother community, there's people who are objective like myself. And when I say objective, I'm not saying that I walk around and I don't have a single bias, because everybody has biases. Everybody has people that they like more than others. Everyone has people that they gravitate towards. But I just generally mean, if you ask me, if 2 people in the Big Brother game had a fight with one another, and you ask me what happened, so I will have the person who I might think is right and the person who I might think is wrong. I'll give you the details. They were in a room. This person said this. This person said that. This person responded with this. And then this person came back with that. And I'm going to give you all the facts. And then I'm going to say, I think that this person was wrong in this case. And then you can agree or disagree. Some people that you ask, they'll give you a version of it that's like, this person did this, but they're talking all about one person, right? They're talking to you as if they are that person, and they are the party who has been wronged. So you're not actually getting the facts, you're just getting the feelings. And a lot of people do this, right? So the reason why it was so great to be able to have more of the feeds being shown to us, and then also to have the ability to go back and look at the timestamp, because we used to be able to be like, oh, Chelsea and Cam got in a fight, and I could say, what time did that happen? In fact, I didn't even know what people were talking about when they used to ask me for timestamps, because I used to watch it only on the Paramount Plus app on the TV, which didn't have that ability. But I learned the computer had that ability. So on the computer, if somebody said, okay, the fight happened at 12:30 in the morning Pacific time, I could actually just get on the computer and find 12:30 and then look it up. And then I would watch the entirety of that whole discussion. I would watch the build up. If it was 2 hours, trust me, I would actually sit there for the whole 2 hours. I would watch how it started, who said what first, how the response was, body language. And then when I revisited the conversation with whoever it was, they would talk to me and say, yeah, Mark, I feel like this person was wrong because of this. And I'm like, well, this is my observation from what I saw with my own two eyes. Now, this is what has been happening lately when it comes to Big Brother and the live feeds. Things happen, an argument will happen, something that upsets somebody will happen. The only thing that they're showing us is the aftermath. Like Chelsea and Tucker, if they get into something, they're not going to show whatever it is that they got into. They're going to show Chelsea talking to somebody else, Chelsea and T-Core, Chelsea talking to Cam, Chelsea talking to whoever, and saying, oh, when Tucker said this thing to me, people are sitting here arguing with you about what Tucker said, but nobody knows what he said. That's why when I get on my live and people want to argue with me over second-hand, third-hand versions of a story, I'm like, it's not that I'm saying that it didn't happen, and it's not that I'm saying that this person wasn't wrong. It's just that I'm saying we don't even have the information, and everybody knows. It's like there's his side, her side, and the truth, if you've heard that saying. That means if two people get into some kind of debate or argument, what each person thinks is flagrant or derogatory might be subjective. Somebody could say something to me right now that offends the hell out of me, and they didn't even think it was an offensive thing to say. On my YouTube page, I've said things that I have learned offended people badly. And to me, I'm like, this is what? I don't really understand the offense of what I said. You know what I mean? So you can't even generally count on most people if they have some kind of a dispute with somebody else and you're asking them what happened. Most people are going to give you their take. I mean, obviously they're going to give you their take. What I mean by that is they're not going to give you a version that could make you think that they did anything wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. They're just going to give you the version that they were wronged. So I don't like taking secondhand accounts. And you're not always going to be there, right? You're not always going to be able to be there in the moment to hear and see everything. But with Big Brother, we should be able to hear things. If you're going to put the reaction on the feed, you should put the actual incident on the feed also. Let me get back to these comments. The trio. Hi, Edward. The trio is here now. Hi, Sapphire. I feel like you guys always beat me to his lives. Being on Discord helps. True, I'm never on Discord. Sapphire, we need to connect. We have not connected in a long time. Aside from here. There are a lot of trios. Yeah, so that's that. I mean, what made me think of that was definitely this whole Tucker Leah thing, where early on we saw people saying, or we saw something where Tucker was basically saying that Leah was saying offensive things or derogatory things or whatever. I don't know exactly the terminology that was used, but there was speculation that Leah was doing and saying things that were racially insensitive and that was offending people. And then people jumped off the ledge on Leah and was like, Leah should be ejected from the game. And I'm sitting here like, Could Leah be ejected from the game? This is what I said at the time. People get mad at me for this. Literally, I've been covering Big Brother for 3 seasons now. People will get mad at me for when they jump out the window on speculation. If I'm like, I need to hear more first before I decide. I need to see this conversation before I make my judgment on whatever is happening. They're like, oh, that means that you support this and you support that. I'm like, no, it means none of us saw what we're talking about here. So I just don't have an answer unless I see it. And that's always going to be my stance. That is always going to be my stance. Now, there are some cases where, let's say we have a house full of house guests, and then something is said that is derogatory. We don't hear the derogatory thing that is said, but we at the very least hear specifics of that thing from multiple people who are actually in the room. Not like one person tells their friends in the house and then the friends spread it around to the other people in the house. I mean, 6 people were in a room, let's say. 2 people were having the argument. And the other 4 people, we hear them confirm. Oh yeah, this and this. And they're telling the specifics of what was said. It's not some like generalish, we're not really getting details. They're just saying, oh, Mr. Derogatory. Like, I'm getting to that. Mr. Derogatory. Or this person said derogatory, offensive things. Okay, what is derogatory and offensive? Because there's a wide range of things that people consider offensive. Some people consider it offensive to have the bathroom labeled men's bathroom and women's bathroom because it's not all inclusive. And I'm not trying to incite anyone. That's the truth. Some people consider that offensive if they go into a place and they only have bathrooms that say men's bathroom or gentlemen's bathroom or ladies or women's bathroom, and they don't have like all gender bathrooms. Some people consider that offensive and insensitive. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, there's so much that you can plug in. There's so much that you can actually plug in to this person says derogatory terms for me to just be like, bang the gavel on this person. You know what I mean? Especially when 2 people are saying opposite things. Tucker is saying Leah was saying offensive things. Leah is saying Tucker was saying offensive things. Who knows what they said? It's annoying to even debate about it when we don't know what was said. Give me one. My apologies for that. I always walk and then lose my way trying to get back to my car, and I passed it because I was so into this live. Okay, but that's okay. That's some extra steps. I'm at 10,000. Ooh, that's lit. I'm at 10,000 steps for the day. All right. You're right. I've been traveling a lot. Hey, traveling is good. I'm not mad at you, but hit me up. I think I still haven't had you on any of my lives. I know that way back when we did like 1 or 2, maybe 1 Instagram live. Yes, we did 1 Instagram live. I think that was in the first season that I covered, and never did anything else since. Now everyone can't see what's going on unless BB Production works on what can be shown on the live feeds. Yeah, so it's like they're trying to protect the brand. You know what? It actually does not protect the house guests either, because the speculation hurts the house guests. You see what I'm saying? Because if somebody is talking to another house guest, if I'm in the house and I'm like, Cass said this derogatory thing about me, and I'm trying to protect her image, right? who knows what that thing that she said to me is, but now it's out there. Now it's out there that I've put out there that she said something derogatory. And y'all know the toxicity of the Big Brother fandom is going to take that and run with that and roll with that and make that a thing. But then with the contracts, when they come out and they do these exit interviews, like what Joseph just did, Joseph is like, yeah, I don't know how it's going to look to the fans or anything, but Tucker said some things to Chelsea that were kind of offensive, so I don't know how he's going to be viewed. What were the things? Those exit interviews are pre-screened. I know this. CBS screens the interview questions. Everyone, it's not even a secret that I'm revealing. Sharon Tharp, I watched a video where she said that. Cody and Derek on the Winner's Circle, they've said that on their videos too. When people were complaining about their questions being too light, they were like, CBS screens the questions and lets us know what we can ask and can't ask. So CBS lets those questions be asked, but you can't answer them. You can't answer them for fear of being sued. So you give these like vague answers, because yesterday or the day before, I was seeing everybody saying, it's all cleared up. Leah didn't make racist statements. Tucker made racist statements. So I was like, okay. So is there somewhere where we can see the racist statements? Or is there somebody who clarified the racist statements? Or is there even somebody who said specifically Tucker made racist statements? Is there someone who said that? So I look around and find out that people are saying that based on Joseph's vague statement about Tucker offending Chelsea. And then they connected the dots there and said that time when Chelsea was crying way back when, and she had that thing with T-Core, that conversation with T-Core, that vague conversation with T-Core. They connected that and said, okay, that means that it was Tucker who made her cry in that exact instance, and he said something racist, and that's why she cried. I'm like, where do you people come from? My brain doesn't operate off of speculation. It just doesn't. They're only interested, the brand. They don't care about the house guests. They just care about the brand itself. They will sacrifice the house guests' image to keep their brand intact. Sapphire. Yeah, I need the receipts, Edward. I agree. I definitely need the receipts. You must be in the main part of my town. It's loud. It's probably loud. That's why you're saying that. But no, I'm not even in my town. This is just a place I like to come specifically to exercise. Not here for any other reason. The exit interviews must be so annoying to do. For the house guests or for the... That's annoying. I have my Bluetooth in and I swiped on a call and it keeps talking to me in my ear. Incoming call from this. I'm like, okay, you only need to say that once. I'm good on the other 5 times. It's average New York City sounds. Although where I live is not actually quite as loud as it is out here. And it's windy because I'm here. I'm just not on the boardwalk anymore. Under the boardwalk. Alright. religion. That's interesting. See, that's what I'm trying to cast wash. Like one day it'll be race, one day it'll be religion. Like they just stay switching it up, and then one person will say something, and then everybody will just run with it. Yeah. If a POC is a victim, people will assume it. Well, I mean, you could say that, but in this specific case, they had a conversation where they said it was because of race. So I don't know what the actual statement was, but I do know that that conversation that T-Core was having, they mentioned, was it because of color? So there was something there. There was something there with that. But yes, I agree in a general sense. I've seen about three of his interviews, of his exit interviews, and yeah, but there was no specifics mentioned in there for me to be able to just plug in like this is what he definitely said. And it's not even me defending him. It's just I want to know like what was said so that I can go from that, not from speculation and not from a fan base that either likes somebody or doesn't like somebody. I forgot who said this, but I remember watching somebody's live and they were like, it was like a vlogger, and they were like, if somebody likes somebody, then everything that they say will be in defense of that person. And if they don't like that person, then everything that they did was wrong. And that pretty much sums up the BB fandom to me in a nutshell. Okay. If they did the same thing last season, people would probably think Luke said something offensive about cheese. Hey, Janet. Luke makes offensive comments towards Wisconsin people. Hello, Edward. Hi, hello, Caswash. I'm tired. I've actually just been hardcore on the exercise lately, so I'm probably gonna end up heading home, taking a nap. Then I got some work to do on the computer, and then I'm possibly gonna go to the store because I want to see if I can get myself some running shoes, because I wore out my running shoes doing those mud runs, and now I need some new ones. I need 2 new pairs of running sneakers. Hi, Marshall, if I didn't say that already. Under the boardwalk. What allegations? People are now, before early in the season, they were saying that Leah made racist statements. Now they're saying it was Tucker. I mean, we have not heard the statements, so none of us knows. The only people who know are the people who are operating those cameras, the production team, and the people who were actually in the room when those things were being said. What's happening here? I am gonna get off here probably in the next, I want to say 10 minutes. Yeah, we'll give it 10 minutes. He allegedly made some offensive comment. But it's like, at first they said Leah made the comments. Now they're saying Tucker made the comments. Tucker said that Leah was warned 4 times about making derogatory statements. Now, Leah said Tucker is Mr. Derogatory. Is one of them lying and one of them is telling the truth? Why are we gonna jump out the window at one and not jump out the window at the other? Like, there's just no point in debating about it. I'll seek y'all. I'm sure that was supposed to say I'll see y'all, because I'll seek y'all. that would be kind of weird. I'll seek y'all out later tonight. Alright, Edward. Oh, you work on a Sunday? Sorry about that. I did have a schedule like that before. Once. I had like a Sunday to Thursday schedule. I didn't mind it, but I don't think I'd want to do it again. But I didn't mind it at the time. Under the boardwalk. See, this is far out from where I live. I got like a 30-minute drive on my hand. So as soon as I turn this off, the music is going on. Under the boardwalk. Hey Lisa, you came at the end. This is the classic Lisa. Coming when I give the 10-minute warning. Now I'm on about 7 minutes to go. I can sing as much as I want. Because you know why? Because this is Markcast. On Markcast, Mark is in control of what happens on the cast. You don't want to talk for 30 more minutes? No. As a matter of fact, because of Ma, I'm thinking of cutting it off in the next 30 seconds. Unless you convince me otherwise. I'm just kidding. I still have about 6 minutes. 6 minutes I'm going to be on here. Brand stealing. The irony. Of course, I've been too early lately. What did I miss? You just missed me talking about my exercise, and then I was talking about arguing with people about speculation and how I don't like the fact that production is not showing us these things, and we're just seeing afterwards conversations where people are breaking it down. Oh, I didn't like that this person was saying this kind of stuff or that person was saying that kind of stuff, but we don't see the original conversation, which whatever it was said. So we are all going off of speculation, and some people take hearsay as facts, but I'm not one of them. You either have to provide me with footage of that actual conversation, or I have to hear details of that conversation from multiple people, preferably the parties that were actually involved in the offensive conversation, and then possibly people that were in the room and heard what was said, so that I can kind of piece it together based on that, not just based on random, oh, this person said derogatory things. Like, what? That's a huge umbrella. He did like a 2K impressive. Did you have a race today? A 2K? 2K? That would be like... I wouldn't even go outside to run if I was going for 2K. No, I didn't do a race today. I just did... I was following my run app. So I've been following that app for a week now. This is my second week into it. So yesterday was my easy run, which was 5K. 40 minutes it took me to do that, and today I did 7K. So that was like 40 minutes also. So today was the easy run is the one that you do that's called a recovery run. That's the slow pace run. And today I pushed the pace. So I actually did the 6K. Sorry, I think I said 7. I meant to say 6K. I did in the same amount of time as it took me to do the 5K. Because my average time per kilometer was about, I don't know, a minute and something faster. Yeah, people definitely generally think the worst. Hit the like button. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, so I got 4 more minutes. It's impressive for me. I can't run. So anything you want to drop in the comments in the next 4 minutes, go ahead and do so, and I will answer comments or read the comments to the best of my ability. Because sometimes I can't read. Problem, Janet and Mark. Oh, the one thing that I meant to talk about. Oh shoot, I'm trying to do this quick because I completely forgot. Sometimes I just get too much into the comment section and then I forget things. But what I was gonna talk about too was this conversation that I saw shortly before I jumped on the live. I was going through the video clips because that's the way that I have to do now when I can't catch the feeds live. And I was seeing that the trio, which is Tikor, Chemo, and Rubina, were having a conversation at night last night, and they were talking about doing something with Chelsea and Mackenzie. So they were trying to see if they could form a 5 that includes basically adding Chelsea and Mackenzie onto their 3. So I think that everyone views Mackenzie as the +1. Mackenzie on this season is the definition of like always a bridesmaid, never a bride. People always want to include her in things as a number, as like an extra number. But nobody that I really know of, except for Leah, I thought. But y'all were telling me yesterday that she doesn't even really like Leah like that. But I thought Leah was, prioritizing her to an extent. But y'all are telling me no. So, yeah. So basically, Chemo was asking, do you think that Chelsea would be in on being in this group of 5 without including Cam in the group of 5? And Tikor was basically saying, yeah, I think that Chelsea is not specifically going to put Cam on the block herself, and she's not gonna take the shot at Cam herself. But she was also alluding to saying, like, from conversations that I've had with Chelsea, she's not going to protect him from other people putting him on the block and trying to get him out. So that's where they are with that. They said they're going to have a conversation with Chelsea about it today. So my thing is, I've been saying this about Tikor and Chelsea. It's an interesting dynamic between those two, because I feel like alliance-wise, they have not been really working together this whole game. But I feel like they have been working parallel to each other, if that makes sense to any of you. I feel like they've been working, they haven't been necessarily working against each other, but it's also like Chelsea is willing to get rid of Tikor's allies, and Tikor is willing to get rid of Chelsea's allies. But in some sense, they are also protecting each other. And I would imagine that protection that they have of each other is not going to be a final 2. I feel like they each want to lessen the numbers around each other, and then one of them will probably want to take a shot at the other one when we get down to like 5. That's just my thoughts on that. Because I don't think they really, either of them, want to sit next to each other, even though that would be a really cool final two. And I think it would be a really even final two and it would be a split vote. You know, I think that as a Big Brother player, you want your easiest road to get there. So I think they would each want each other out before it gets to that point. So that was all. I think that was the last thing. Who can even walk a 2K? I used to run, but I'm impressed by 2K running too. But I didn't say 2K. It's not that I'm saying 2K isn't impressive. It's just that Ma pulled that number out of her derriere. So I was like, where did that come from? D told me about that 5. Not sure about it. I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know about Chelsea because Chelsea confuses me. Even as a viewer that's able to see her conversations with everybody, it's still confusing because I don't know which group that she prioritizes or if she's just trying to keep her options open. That's what I'm not sure about. 2K is probably, I don't know. So 5K is 3 miles. So 2K is probably like 1.2, 1.3 miles, something like that. Please do not talk about my derriere in public. It's not really in public. I'm in my car. I know Leah is one of Chelsea's top 2 targets. I'm a fan of that. Yeah, that part I do know. That's the only part that I am sure about. But outside of that, I don't know the order of who she wants out aside from Leah. And I feel like Angela going home would be such a wasted week for her. I don't think that would do anything to benefit Chelsea's game. Because Chelsea, I guess you could say she has a trio if you count Mackenzie in with her, but I just feel like Mackenzie will go with whichever group is in power. I feel like Mackenzie is in kind of a Bowie Jane type of position where if Chelsea and Cam end up being the people who are like dominating the game at the end, that's who she's going to be with. But then she'll pivot. If she sees the trio happens to be the group that's dominating and controlling the game, I think she would try to like schmooze in with them. Like that's, I think that she's more with Cam and Chelsea by default of just knowing that the trio is the trio. Everybody knows that. If they add you onto anything, you are extra padding for them, and everyone's gonna know that, and Chelsea's gonna know that. That's why I'm interested to see when they actually have these conversations. Oh, I'm extending past my 10 minutes. I guess that's my usual. You can tell me that I always go past my 10 minutes, but it's because something just popped up on my notifications. How about Leah telling Chemo yesterday that she is actually finding herself attracted to Quinn? I'm like, is this year's version of Corey in America? Where at first it's just like, I would never like Quinn. I have no feels for the guy. And then like what I was saying, 40, 50 days into a game, you don't see anybody else. You spend all this time with the guy and you're like, you know what? Quinn ain't half bad. Maybe Mark is a butt man. Okay. That was, it's not even the comment. It's just, no, that was weird, Janet. She would win sitting next to Cam, but I hope she doesn't do too much trying to save him. It is in public. Everyone can access the live. Extra live time. Yeah, Leah said that about Quinn. Yeah, I tagged Bry. I tagged Bry. I put it in my community section and I tagged Bry in it. I don't think, maybe he hasn't seen it, but he'll know. And if he doesn't know, the next time he jumps on live and I'm able to see when he's on live, I'm going to jump in there and tell him. Janet didn't get banned. It's just weird because we're talking about Ma. That is definitely not why I said that. Please don't make that reference again. Please and thank you. Janet is a mod, so the only way she would get banned is if I banned her, and I don't have a reason to ban her, but no. No on that comment. So true, Cass. I hope Chelsea keeps her head in the game. I missed whatever it was, but I assumed that was about Cam. What do I think Quinn smells like? Alright, on that note, I am ending the live. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Thanks, y'all.